Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Okay, as we know, we are about to enter into very perilous times. Okay, time of Jacob's trouble, a time of the hour of temptation, okay, to where everybody, which the hour of temptation is dealing with the mark of the beast being presented to all of us, and you have to know what the mark of the beast. By the way. This is the year of Charagma, okay, which that's the Greek word for mark in Revelation 13 and 16, and that mark is the mark of the beast, which is going to be made mandatory, okay, in these up and coming days, whether it be this month, next month, or this year. Okay, we believe that all signs are pointing towards the so-called white man, Edom, okay, pushing this chip this year, the Charagma, okay, which the microchip, the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, okay, and that hour of temptation, that's what it's talking about. Let me read that real quick before I go any further. What is this? Okay, Salakia. Should have known what that was off the top. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. And this is a good scripture to start with, because the next verses that I'm going to read in the scriptures, I'm not talking about here in Revelation. I got Matthew the 7th chapter that I'm about to go into. This is a good scripture to segue into the topic of this lesson, okay, which really is dealing with what we have been taught and what we are teaching, what we have been taught and what we are teaching, okay, by our teachers. And we are the fruit. Every man that teaches, whether you teaching doctrine or incorrect doctrine, okay, you are the fruit of your teachers, of the ones that have taught you, okay, by what you teach, okay. And I'm gonna get into that those scriptures in just a minute, but reading this again, Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So the ones that have endured, okay, in this truth, on the correct doctrine, okay? I don't give a damn, and not so much me, Salakia, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, don't give a damn, okay? How much hell you been catching? If you're not on the correct doctrine, it does not matter, okay? If you've been enduring, so to speak, in what we all know is the truth. Because if you ask IUIC or ISUPK or any of these other groups that know that they're Israelites, they will tell you that they have the truth. We're going to see who has the truth in these up and coming days, when this mark of the beast is pushed, when these different calamities come upon the people, really the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay? It tells you in the book of Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, that when all this hell is placed upon the Israelites, then he's going to make known who his chosen is. Okay. So if you're not teaching the right correct doctrine, then it don't matter about you enduring, so-called enduring in what you believe. Okay? I'm gonna read this again. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, meaning you have been in this doctrine, enduring in the truth. Okay? If you do this, it says, this is Yahweh, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, meaning Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is going to give us the spirit, okay? Lord, when I say us, because Lord willing, of course we hope to be of the elect. He is going to give us the spirit to stand strong and not take the okay, not take that RFID microchip, okay, and we are going to be tempted to take that, okay, and how? Because in order for you to keep your job, which is your livelihood, okay, or in order for you to keep your bank account, or in order for you to keep some people value medical. We don't care about medical because we deal with the herbs over here. We're not dealing with Esau's witchcraft, his pharmaceuticals. Okay, in order for you to maintain on the grid as going to get food and the different things that we need to survive, so to speak, as we're accustomed to, you're gonna have to take this mark of the beast or this chip in order to make payments and to buy. Okay, if you want to pay your rent, okay. So it's basically in order for you to live the way that we've been living, you're gonna have to. This man is gonna tempt you with taking this chip, or you're gonna have to just put your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, which that's what we're gonna do. Okay, if like the scriptures say, for the ones that have kept the word of the Most High's patience, or Yahweh Hashem Yahweh patience, which goes into suffering. All right, then you're going to get taken care of. Put your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, you shall eat. We will be taken care of. That's where your faith has to be. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell on earth. Okay? So now jumping over to Matthew, the 7th chapter, and I'm going to start at the 15th verse. It says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. And I'm gonna say this: whether you have these teachers out here that are purposely, or they know that they off, they know that they wicked, okay, they know that they teaching the congregation or the people that follow them that have came up in their teachings. They know that what they're teaching is off, okay, with by way of them being paid off, okay, or they sold out one way or the other, okay, or whether you sincerely teaching incorrect doctrine, okay. But the scriptures say, beware of false prophets. So you can you can have sold out and know you sold out one way or the other, or you can be just teaching the false doctrine. It still makes you a false prophet. Okay. If you are not teaching the truth and correct doctrine, which is being taught over here at Great Millstone. And like I mentioned earlier, all these different camps, they'll tell you that they have the truth. They'll tell you that that particular group and what they teach is the truth. And we'll see. We will see here in these last days who really does have the truth. The Most High is gonna make it known. Okay. So as I read on, the subject matter is dealing with false prophets. Okay. It says, "Ye by their fruits." Okay. So you're gonna know a man by his fruits, by what he teach, and what he teach is gonna cause other men, whoever it may be, to believe in what he teach now, and be raised up in what he have taught, and he's gonna become a product. That individual is gonna be a product or a fruit of what he was taught. Okay. So reading on, it says, well, I read 16 again, Matthew 6, 7 and 16, it says, "Ye shall know them by their fruits." Okay. And dealing with these different groups, if I use GMS, Great Millstone, for example, when these people out there in YouTube world that know about Israel, that know that they are Israelites, they can tell a man that comes in the that came up under Great Millstone by what? By what they are teaching. Okay? By how they teach and what they teach. The same thing for these other groups. I use IUIC for another example. When you see them, you can just look at them, and based upon the colors they wear, the uniform that they come in, you can tell that that's IUIC, and based upon how they teach and what they teach. And this really applies to all the different groups out there. Okay? You can tell this group by how they teach and what they teach. Okay? Most of these other groups, I would really have to say all of them. Well, I say most of them. They are uniform. I'm talking about physically uniform. You can see that they are dressed alike in a particular color, with a particular sometimes with a logo like that. What I mean by logo is they might have their alphabet group acronym, okay, on their garment, okay, or something to that effect, or on their T-shirt or whatever. All right, and then you can tell them by what they teach. Just like over here at Great Millstone, we got all kind of different garments that we wear. We don't all come out in a uniform. And uniform means uni is one, and form means form. So we don't all come out in the same form as far as what we dress in. Now we are uniform in the doctrine that we teach, okay? But you can look at them guys and say, okay, they got all different type of garments on. They're not matching, so to speak. That's an indicator that they are part of Great Millstone. And then you listen to how we teach and what we teach. You can say, okay, that's Great Millstone. That's a product or a fruit of Great Millstone. Okay? Same thing with these other camps. All right? So reading on, it says, do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? And the answer to that is no. Okay, when you go out to pick a fruit, you want to pick a good fruit. Okay. So the scripture says, verse 17, even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. Okay. But a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. So this tree is representative of men. Okay. And what they teach. And I'm going to say this, we believe over here at Great Millstone, 100%, that the truth is over here. The other group argue to say that they have the truth. It's other Israelite groups. It says, so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. And how do you know? By what's being taught, okay? What they're teaching. Okay, we know that what's being taught over here is the right doctrine based upon the fruit, based upon what's being taught, and that's have been planted on us. Okay. So starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, we're fruit, okay, of them, based upon what we have been taught. The production of what's being produced is based upon what they have taught through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's the good fruit. It says, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. And what's one of the main indicators of a good fruit, or a tree that's bearing good fruit? This is the analogy that's being used. So a camp, starting with the leadership, what they're producing, what's a good indicator of a good tree that's bearing good fruit or producing good fruit? The mark of the beast, knowing what the mark of the beast is and teaching the correctness of what it is, which it is the RFID microchip. Okay? Going in, and we've, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, have went in thoroughly, breaking down the mark of the beast thoroughly. Nobody else have went into that Revelation 13, 16, 17 as thorough. And really these other camps are not thorough. They don't get into the words, okay? The meaning of these words in these particular verses, okay? They skip the 17th verse where it talks about that you need this mark to buy and sell. Okay? They have failed terribly on linking up how Christianity or an embargo, you're going to need that to buy and sell. Okay? It doesn't even make sense. So the scriptures say, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. And by you teaching that Christianity is the mark of the beast, or sin is the mark of the beast, or an embargo is the mark of the beast, that's corrupt. We can tell, you can look at them and say, well, that's them, that's this particular group, because they teach that the mark of the beast is Christianity. Okay? And that's corrupt. Why is it corrupt? Because let me read on. It says, every tree verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So it's really starting at the leadership and what they're teaching over there in these different camps, including Great Millstone. Whether you're a good tree or a corrupt tree, and if you're not right, okay, if you're not right as an individual in your spirit, then you're gonna bring forth corruption in what you teach. And that is being shown right now. And you can't change it. Okay, you can't. If you're a sincere man and sincerity, then you're gonna bring forth good fruit. Okay, if you wicked, it's really going into the ones that really believe in Yahweh Shai and truth and sincerity. But if you wicked, okay, then you can't bring forth good fruit. And that's what this scripture is saying. Verse 18, it says verse 19, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into fire. All this is based upon what you're teaching, okay? Because the production of the leadership, meaning the leaders go out and teach and bring in more men based upon what they teach. So they have produced the production is all based upon the fruit that's being produced, Salakia, is all based upon what's being taught. Okay? What doctrine are you coming in? Okay, up under. All right? And if you're coming up under corrupt doctrine, that means you're corrupt fruit, okay, part of a corrupt tree. And the scripture concludes in verse 19, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast. In other groups, like I mentioned earlier, they will say that they have the truth, okay, and that great millstone is going off. But we're going to see, okay, we will see by who makes it and are delivered, and the ones that are destroyed, okay? And the Most High is gonna make it known according to the scriptures who is His chosen and who is not, by the ones that are delivered. And then you have men that are raised up with power, okay? You're gonna have guys that are gonna be made an example of and destroyed, okay? And then ultimately, if you don't get destroyed in one of the different plagues that you read about in Matthew 24 or Luke 21, and throughout the scriptures, 2nd Esdras the 15th chapter, 2nd Esdras the 16th chapter, okay, then you're gonna get destroyed ultimately by the thermonuclear missiles. That's that fire right here, okay? That's the ultimate fire. You're going to get destroyed by thermonuclear destruction here in America. And if you a part of one of these different groups, because we believe, I'll say it boldly, we know that we have the truth through the Spirit. And if you stay following this doctrine, these other doctrines out here, you ones that are part of these different groups, different Israelite groups, you're going to be destroyed. The ones of you, well, if you believe that the mark of the beast is anything outside of the RFID microchip, and if you believe it's something else, that just means you're going to take it. If you take that mark, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, if you're not here in America and you don't get hit by nuclear missiles, okay, because nukes are going to get shot off and hit other parts of the earth. It's just not going to destroy the whole regions that it hit like it is over here in America. America is going to be completely wiped out with nuclear destruction. Okay? Then you're gonna die in one of the other plagues that's going to be taking place across this world. Okay? So that's the time we entering into where the Most High is going to show who really has this truth. It's really already been shown through the Spirit, but the Most High is going to make his chosen men known. Okay, don't take that mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. And if you're coming up under these different doctrines that teach that the mark of the beast is anything outside of the RFID microchip, you will be destroyed. Okay, so with that, Shalom. I hope this lesson was edifying, okay, and exhorting. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashum Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashum Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us His truth through the Spirit, and peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Once again, Shalom.